good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are watching me from. Welcome to Get a Better Life TV. If you are new to me, kindly click on the red subscribe button down below to subscribe to my channel free of charge so that you don't miss anything on this channel. So guys, this is another Get a Better Life live streaming. Today is on Sunday, and our time presently now is 2:06, 6 minutes past 6 p.m. in Nigeria presently. So welcome to Get a Better Life TV. So let's wait for you guys to join the conversation. So welcome. If you are just joining me, I welcome you all. And if you are new to this channel, you are highly welcome. Kindly click on the red subscribe button down below to subscribe free of charge so that you don't miss anything on this channel. This channel is where we promote Yoruba culture, traditions, and religion, and even African traditional culture, traditions, and religion. So we are black people, and we should be proud of our race, and we should not let our culture, traditions, and religion to die. So you are highly welcome, and I thank you guys for watching my videos and for liking, commenting, and I urge you to please always share my videos so that we can reach as many more people as possible, because we need to remind ourselves of our culture, traditions, and religion as Africans. So if you are just joining me, you are highly welcome to Get a Better Life TV. Today's topic is how to know a real Babalawo. How to know a real Babalawo, or Babalawo as you may wish to pronounce it, because those of you that are not Yoruba, or let me say those that are not living in Yoruba land, so you might have a pronunciation issue. Whichever way you pronounce Babalawo, you are good to go. And you know Babalawo to be Ifa Priest, and we have Iyanifas for our ladies, our women, right? So we have to be gender sensitive. So whatever I'm saying here is applicable to Iyanifas as well. So we should be gender sensitive, but we just have to make use of one name, which is Babalawo. So last time I posted a video on how to know a fake Babalawo. So if you have not watched it, maybe after this live streaming, you can go back to watch it, or I will provide the video. I will make the video available at the end screen of this video. So it's important to talk about how to know a real Babalawo as well, since we talked about how to know a fake Babalawo last time. So today we are going to share with you how to know a real Babalawo. The reason for this topic is that we are aware in Yoruba land, some of us, or we that are lovers of our cultural traditions and religion, are aware that there are fake people online or offline trying to use the name of our traditions to scam people and to give our traditions, religion, and culture a bad name. So the essence of this video is to enlighten you on how to know a true Babalawo, because we have uh, how they behave, and we know how the real ones. We know how they how they behave and their nature. So, and that's why some of you that are not living in Yoruba land or in Nigeria in general, so there are things that you may not know and that you should know. In this video, you are going to know everything about how to know a real Babalawo. This is my own opinion, it's my observation. So, and you can make use of it to it's a tactic for you to know real Babalawo. So let's get started. You all know the meaning of Babalawo. Babalawos are the father of mystery, or father of secrets, as you may want to define it in English. You know, translating Yoruba to English at times is not that easy. But the meaning of Babalawo, you know, when you say Baba, you know, Baba is father, then Awo, you know, it's a secret, like there are hidden facts that they know that you don't know, both spiritual and physical, and that's why they are called Babalawo. So there are things they know that are known to them that you don't know. So you know Babalawo to be father of mystery or secret, and you all know that Babalawo's job is to pass Ifa messages across to you. So that's the job of Babalawo. And Babalawo, when the Odu is revealed, the job of Babalawo is to find a solution to your problem by advising you or by telling you on the ebo or sacrifice to offer or to do. So that's the summary of who Babalawo is, and the female counterpart is Iyanifa. Iyanifa. You know, we have Ifa Priest, which is Babalawo, and Priestess, right, which is Iyanifa. So, without wasting much of your time, if you want to know a real Babalawo, I have some points here to share with you. I have like 6 or 7 thereabouts to share with you, and they will open your eye to know a real Babalawo and how to relate with them. So my number 1 point is that a real Babalawo will never come to your DM to introduce himself to you. That's my number 1 point. For some of you who are users of social media, different social media platforms, and you have been receiving messages, some of them even go to some of these fake Babalawos go to the dating sites to send messages to people introducing themselves as a Babalawo from Yoruba land. So a real Babalawo will never DM you, send you DM, will never drop a message or any message, will never inbox you in any of your social media platform. So if you have been receiving messages from people who call themselves Babalawo, you know, in my own personal opinion, no real Babalawo will come to your DM to introduce himself to you as a Babalawo, because it's not part of what they are to do, right? You need to look for them by yourself and or investigate. So for someone to DM you, introducing himself to you, that is a Babalawo, that he has a message for you, that telling you all sorts of things, blah blah blah, you know, you should know that this person is not real, and possibly is a scammer. It's a scammer, right? And we call them 419 in Nigeria. So be careful of reading messages from strangers online, pretending to be a Babalawo, right? And another thing that I want you to know in this regard is that we have good people and we have bad people. Some people are actually babalawos, but they turn out to be bad. They turn out to use their knowledge to scam people, and for real, is not in line with Ifa religion. Whoever does that is going to see the consequence. If you have the knowledge of Ifa and you are a Babalawo and you use your knowledge and your spiritual knowledge to scam people, um, the spirit of Ifa will definitely deal with you. And that is how it is. And we have an adage in Yoruba land that back that up that Babalawo tó bá ń parọ́ aṣọ ẹ̀ bá máa pọ́n. That is gonna be wretched if you lie. Babalawos who are liars will end up being wretched. That's a simple meaning of that. So my number one point that I said is a real Babalawo will never come to your DM to message you or walk up to you, maybe offline. A real Babalawo will never walk up to you to introduce himself to you as a Babalawo. And a Babalawo, you get to know yourself, or a true Babalawo is someone that you have to get to know by yourself, or through someone. Through someone, it's better that you know someone by yourself rather than following those who inbox you, strangers who inbox you pretending to be a Babalawo, or messaging you, introduce themselves to you as a Babalawo and telling you all sorts of lies. So that's number one point. A real Babalawo will never come to your inbox to message you, right? So that's how to know the real one. So the real one is the person that you have to know through someone, or you meet the person by yourself, or maybe you heard of his name or her name before and you find him or her. Then number two points on how to know a real Babalawo is that a real Babalawo or real Babalawos are not money centered. They are not money centered. That is very important, and I can assure you that real Babalawos are not money centered. Babalawos are not money centered, and fine, we all need money. That's for real. We all need money to live, to survive, and to do all sorts of things. But we should not place more high priority on money, and money should not come first. For instance, what I'm doing here, I can tell you that what I spend to pass my message or my messages across to you guys, I spend a lot of money to get myself some gadgets, to buy data for online and stuff like that. Not that I don't need money, I need money, but I shouldn't place priority on money. That I should, maybe whatever I'm telling you, I should first of all tell you to send me money before I can pass the message across to you. That is not right. So the same thing as Babalawos. Babalawos are not money centered. Theirs is to solve your problem, and when your problem is solved, you can appreciate him or her. You can appreciate the Babalawo or Iyanifa, and whoever you are meeting and is too demanding for money from you, you should know that that person is not a real Babalawo. For fine, Babalawo will ask you to consult, to pay for consultation, and will ask you that you need to do sacrifice, and the cost of the sacrifice will be explained to you, right? Okay, let's take for instance, if a Babalawo says that your Odu says that you should do sacrifice by buying some food items, or by buying animals or whatever, and you explain, it's just like a deal between both of you that okay, you have to do this, and you see that the cost of those things are what you can afford, right? So that, I think that's the only way the Babalawo will demand for money from you. You after the whole thing is done and you are happy or you want to appreciate Babalawo, well, you can even buy a house for your Babalawo. You can buy a car for him. It's good. It's not bad. But someone tricking you to make a lot of money from you, you should know that that person is not a real Babalawo. You know, a real Babalawo will be happy to solve your problem, and there will not be money centered, right? So real Babalawos are not money centered, and that's it. My number 2 point on how to know a real Babalawo, right? Now, my number three, or before my number 3 points, you know that the messages of Ifa are to make this world a better place, and Babalawos make their money through gifts. I think I've said that Babalawos make their money through gifts and other things, other work they do. We have Babalawos who are as well farmers. We have Babalawos who are even the salary earners. There are people like that, and we have Babalawos who are doing one hand work or the other. So that's how they make their money. You know, maybe through gift from their followers, and or through what they do, their job. Now, my number 3 points on how to know a real Babalawo is that most real Babalawo don't care about luxury, luxuries, right? I said most, right? Because I'm not saying that we have true Babalawos who are luxury kind of person, like life flamboyant, like maybe he has money, he's wealthy on his own, and he's spending his money for real. So I'm not saying that real Babalawos are not after luxury. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that most of them are not that luxury. They're not that luxury because they are too busy. They take life very easy, and they know they have knowledge, so they don't show themselves. They don't show up. Now, in fact, there is in Yoruba land, they even do. There is an adage that says that tí iṣu ẹni bá ta a máa ń dọwọ́ bò jẹ ni. What the meaning of that is that when whatever you have, uh, do not overshow yourself. Do not showcase yourself too much. We have people who are very rich, but they don't show it, right? And we have that adage in Yoruba land that you should be very careful on how you flaunt your wealth. You should be very careful on how you flaunt, because this is why a lot of people are even into trouble today, because of the kind of life they live. They have money to impress their friends, and they are rich, and they want to make every other person feel bad. They flaunt their wealth unnecessarily. So real Babalawos and most real Babalawos don't care about luxuries, right? Of flashy things like big cars. I'm not saying Babalawos cannot be mobile, right? But you know what I mean by flamboyant life, life to impress people that I'm rich, I'm a big boy, or I'm a big lady. Most real Babalawos are not after luxury. So if you are meeting a Babalawo, it's important to assess the person if he's the type of person who spend flamboyantly. Because if you spend flamboyantly, then definitely you need money to maintain that class, right? You need money to maintain the class. So if you are meeting a Babalawo and you see that he's a luxury person, definitely he is gonna be doing all sorts of things to make money from you, right? Point of correction. Let me correct an impression here. I'm not saying that real Babalawos, some are not. I'm not saying some are not luxury kind of person. But most are not. Most are not luxury kind of people, and we have the good ones that are luxury. Maybe they are making their money somewhere else. Maybe they have businesses, or they are blessed with followers who give them money from time to time, and they like to show off and let people know that they are rich. But there is a sign if you are meeting someone or a babalawo who is a flamboyant person, is a red flag. It's a sign that you should watch your back, and you should be very careful and do your findings before you begin to deal with such person, right? So most babalawos don't care about luxuries, and you know what I mean by luxury. Once again, you can have like if you have a car, you have a house, you are living in a good apartment, does not mean that you're a luxury person. And when I say luxury, you know what it means, like a life to impress people unnecessarily, right? Life to impress people. That's what I mean by that. And I'm not saying babalawos cannot have cars or cannot have houses or cannot live a happy life, but you should know that luxury, and you know what luxury means, right? You know what luxury means. People who overflaunt their wealth unnecessarily, people who like to show up. And when you place yourself high like that, that means you need money to maintain it. And then if you are meeting someone who is like that, definitely you should watch your back, because he will need money to maintain that class. So that's number 3. Then number 4 on how to know a real babalawo is that a real babalawo or real babalawos have shrine. Shrine. You know what shrine means? It's just like a workshop. They have a workshop. Their own office, and it's called shrine in Yoruba religion. So we Babalawos have a shrine where people consult them, and the shrine must be a known place by people around, and people around should always almost say good things about such babalawo. So this is how to know. These are that way on how to know a real babalawo. So if you are meeting someone online or offline, not the person that DM you, maybe you just come across someone online, and you have to ask questions from him that where is your shrine, and he will tell you a shrine is in so place. So, and you do your findings by knowing people who live around there, to know about him or her if he's a Iyanifa, and to do your homework, your findings, by asking people around that, please, do you know this Babalawo? How is he? There are ways you can do your findings, as long as you know the address of the person, the house, and the name of the Babalawo. It's very easy that, because Babalawos are not people that they are not eating people. People know them, so they don't hide themselves. So Babalawos are people that everyone knows. It's not what someone will tell you if you are, please, Babalawo lives there, and people say no, Babalawo lives there. That is not possible. Except he just moved to the area, and that's not that real. Like he has to be known. He has to be known, even though he just passed to the area. He has to be known because he must definitely have customers, and people must have been saying good about him or her. So a real babalawo must have a shrine where people meet him. That's how to know. Because if you are meeting someone online and he says he's a babalawo, and he begin to tell you all sort of things, or maybe he's showing you his shrine online, like doing video call with you to show you that this is where, and you don't even know the streets, don't know the area, you don't know the environment where he lives. for you to do your Fridays. So that's not gonna be okay. It's, you have to know the person, you have to know the house, the environment, and you should be able to ask people around about the Babalawo. So that's number 4 points on how to know a real Babalawo. So we have 3 more points to mention. So, and I hope you are enjoying it. Please, if you are enjoying this video, kindly help me click the like button. It will help me. It will help this video to meet or for more people to watch, so that more people can enjoy and learn from this video. So please, if you are watching me and you are enjoying me, kindly click on the like button. And if you are just watching my video for the first time, kindly hit the subscribe button. This is the only way you can help me for now, right? This is the only way you can help me let my video uh, reach more people, so that I can continue sharing ideas with you on the Yoruba religion, traditions, and culture. So kindly help me like this video. Thank you. So my number 5 point is that real Babalawos don't lie. That's number 5 points. Real Babalawos don't lie. So if you are meeting a Babalawo and if you want to know a real Babalawo, he must not be a liar. And you are all intelligent and you know how to know a liar, or you know how to detect lies. You guys are educated and you are civilized. So you have your trick to know if someone is lying or not. You have questions to ask, and if you discover that you find even half of a lie in that person's conversation with you, so that should be a red flag for you to know that is not a real person. So a real Babalawo, real Babalawos are not liars, right? Because they represent Orunmila. Babalawos represent Orunmila on earth, and they are the working Orunmila that we have. So an Orunmila wasn't a liar, and he did not teach lies. And even messages of Ifa are all about how to live a good life, and many lies are not part of lies is not part of Yoruba religion, right? Because you are teaching people on how to live a good life and you are lying. So definitely, if you are a liar, you are not a real Babalawo. So real Babalawos don't lie, and you are educated. You know how to detect or know how to detect lies. It's a trick. There are tricks to use, and if you want to know more about how to detect lies, you can do your research and on that. The number 6 point is real Babalawos are full of Yoruba culture and traditions, right? Like dressing, the way they dress, and the way they speak, and their behaviors. If you Asha, you know what our Asha means, culture, and real Babalawos. Like for instance, if someone says a Babalawo and is wearing suits, right? Suit and tie. Well, I don't know. It's a choice. It's a choice to wear that. But as far as I'm concerned, the Babalawos that I know and that we have around the Yoruba land, they are full of our culture and traditions. They dress in our Yoruba attire, and they use beads, So Babalawos always appear as one, right? Because they want people to know that I'm a Babalawo. It's not editing. It's not editing, but a scammer who are scamming people online or scamming people, using tricks, will not want to dress like a Babalawo, because he wants to live a big boy life, and he will disguise whenever he wants to talk to you, to be a Babalawo. So Real Babalawos are full of culture, tradition, and our traditions. Every time, they don't just dress like Westerners, right? I don't know if outside Yoruba land, whether I don't know whether we have people outside Yoruba land, maybe in USA or whatever. I don't know. Maybe they wear the attire, the Western was dressing. I don't know, but the one I know in Yoruba land, they are full of our culture and traditions. So that's that. So number 6 point says we Babalawos are full of our Yoruba culture and traditions. The way they dress and the way they speak and the way they behave in the society. So because they are the promoter, they are the main promoters of our culture and traditions and the religion. So they always represent us. They always represent the image of Orunmila and our culture. So that's number 6 point. Then number seven, which is the last in this video, is Real Babalawo should at least belong to an Ifa society in its locality. You know what I mean by that? There are associations, there are groups everywhere where Babalawos do belong to, and it's very common that the Babalawos they know themselves and they belong to one or two society or association. Well, maybe some don't belong to, but most belong to association. We join, like there are in Yoruba land, there are places, signboards around where you see Ijo Orunmila. So they have a name each for their association. They have group. They have, it's part of what you can ask that, sir, which group do you belong to? And they will tell you, or association that you belong to, it will tell you that I'm in so association or whatever. And if it doesn't, it's not important. It's not important. It's not important to belong to an association. But I'm just saying that it's a plus. It's a plus. It's a plus to be to be convinced that such Babalawo is real. So it's a plus to know that it's real. So real Babalawos at least belongs to a society, a group, or an association in his or her locality. If it's a Iyanifa, in his or her locality. So that's how I just gave you 7 points on how to know a real Babalawo. And if you've missed my previous points, you can come back and watch this video maybe a few minutes after this live stream, or maybe there about tomorrow. I don't know, but it's gonna be on my channel, so you can watch at any time. So real Babalawos should at least belong to a society or to a group. And when you know that, you can now do your findings. You cannot do your findings and know about the group. Do your findings and couple with my previous points that I've mentioned. So you can add your mathematics, add up everything, and get your answer. So like I said, these are my personal opinion, and I hope that these points have at least opened your eye or suggested to you how to know a real Babalawo. And you can add your own to it. If you like, put your own ways in my comment section for people to learn from you and from others, to save others. As you know that Ifa religion is now becoming a global thing, that people are now coming up and people are coming in to learn and to know about Ifa. Now, I advise you guys that you should learn Ifa. I have a video as well that is all about that. Why you should learn Ifa. I think I should put that video at the end screen of this video as well. The reason why you should learn Ifa in some way is that you need to know the messages of Odu. If you can know the messages, you can know what each Odu says. It's cool. You know why we need Babalawo? We need Babalawos to take care of the spiritual aspects, to take care of it because they are the ones representing Orunmila, right? For instance, if you are not a Babalawo and you are casting Ifa, possibly the spirit of Orunmila might not be with you to reveal the real Odu, right? Because if an Odu is casted and you are not a Babalawo, possibly or not even possibly for real, um, what the Odu that will be revealed will be fake, right? But if you are a real Babalawo, initiated and you have been in the in it for a very long time, and you have been doing a couple of prayers and stuff like that, definitely Orunmila spirit will always be with you. And if you are casting Ifa for people, your the Ifa, the divination will be real. But if you are not a real Babalawo, your divination will be fake, right? So the essence, the reason why you need to learn Ifa is to know about it, to know about the messages. Even though you are not initiated into it, or even though you are not a Babalawo, or you are not practicing Babalawo, you can know the messages, you can know the terminologies, and you can know, you can be familiar with with all the messages and the Odu Ifa sign, right? I'm working on a video that I'll be posting maybe if not this week, maybe next week. The video is all about all the 256 Odu Ifa that we have. You can know the names of the Odu, and gradually, after knowing the name, you know the meaning, each Odu, what each Odu says. Gradually, you begin to know the meaning of all the Odus, right? Like now, if you know the meaning and if you know what each Odu says, and you are meeting the Baba, it's even another plus to you to know a real Babalawo. Because if you are meeting the Babalawo and it's casting Ifa for you, yeah, you can be seeing the sign on his plate, you know, see you know the name of the Odu, and it's not telling you another name. You should know that this person is not real, right? Because the Odu has signs and it has a name, and there are ways you can know all the signs. So part of what I will be posting to a few days to come is the signs, all the 256 Odu that we have in Yoruba religion. So you see it's good to know all of these things. It's good to be familiar with the signs. So when you are meeting any Babalawo and it's casting Ifa for you, you are there to see it by yourself. The only thing is that because he's a real Babalawo, the spirit of Orunmila is with him, and what is revealing is for real. You know, that's why he's a real Babalawo, and his job is to now praise the Ifa for you and tell you the sacrifice or whatever or what you should do. So that is his job. So thank you guys. Thanks for watching. I have to go now. So see you tomorrow with another topic on our culture, traditions, and religion in Yoruba land. Thanks for watching and get a better life.